Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend. It's your weekend edition where we have discussion points, we talk about things, and at the same time we finish with meme review. Yes, we do that. But before going anywhere, please do me a favour by hitting the like button as well as the subscribe button with post notifications on if you're indeed new to the channel. This is going to be the last video, I think, before we start ushering in this new schedule of the week, where Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays are MCOC content, and then when it comes to Tuesdays and Saturdays it will be VR content, with Thursdays kind of for indie games, Kickstarter games and any sponsored content that I might have. Those will be the new schedule moving forward, before I then start to live stream on Twitch and Mixer at the same time, but more on that at a later date. This week's discussion is going to be something that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and it's all about the end game, the end point. Where do you feel that the game for you ends, or where do you feel turned off and you want to kind of look at something else? And for me, I've kind of reached a point where after 4 years and about 7 months, I'm looking towards my semi-retirement for the game to focus on other content. I still love MCOC, I think it's a great game, I think there's great passion behind it, but it does come a point where you've got to have a look at where does it end for you personally. And there are a lot of people that are subscribed to my channel that used to play MCOC that don't play anymore. And that is really the engagement there. What turned you off the game? And for those that are kind of progressing towards the end game state with stuff like rarity gates, whether or not it does actually change and Kabam actually go, right, well, let's remove them. You know, where do you lie on thought process? Do you feel that this is the point of going, well, if they do change this, then it may keep me longer? What are your thoughts around this? Have your say in the comment section. We'll pick it up next week, and I'll be excited to see what people have to say. I wanted the discussion from last week, and it's something that it's good there wasn't about 70 comments as there was last time. People were really active in that. There's only 41, so I should hopefully be able to get through everybody's comment in this video. I'm also recording this on Wednesday because I'm spending Friday with my dad and the weekend with M, so it does mean I've got to record this a lot earlier and kind of get it edited just to ship out to people for Sunday. So it might be a bit off time. You maybe see me liking comments and it just be off timing. But whatever. The fact is, we've got some here on subject of sigil and some other things. We've got Animal who says some kind words about the channel. Thank you very much. Never been early for this video. Well, thank you in any case. Godslayer says, my opinion on the sigil is that upgrade the stuff the community wants for free. Extra storage space, decrease energy refill time, gold quest, etc. And then further enhance that via the sigil. Exactly. That does feel that, and it's just annoying that there's not any kind of like committee with this, a communication from the player base to that, and I just don't feel the CCP that does that. And no disrespect to like me being in the CCP, but the fact is, it's not like we have any say in stuff that's going on. You know, if that was the case, I would go with the Summoner Sigil. Yeah, could you build it against this? Could you make the free stuff here and kind of go, right, this looks like more of an enhancement, as even Godslayer says. But yeah, it's like, I've got no say in that, but you can't have everything, can you? Thanks to Mary, I was like, hashtag 100%, thank you. I love Rich's idea to add the $5 unit deal to the $7 sigil. I think if they keep everything that came with the sigil plus the unit deal, it will be definitely worth the $10 a month. Thank you, Gina, for that. And yeah, I know there will be some people that feel differently to that, so everyone's entitled to their opinion. Slave God says people wouldn't be unsatisfied with compensation if Kabam didn't mess things up in the first place, but that will never change. To be honest, I think it's been a long time since Kabam has shown small gestures of appreciation. That's what I was thinking, summon appreciation. Thank you for playing the game messages. Things that don't cost Kabam anything, but could mean a bit to somebody. And again, I'm not saying, oh yes, shout freebies. But, you know, when I log into Raid, I feel like, hey, well, I'm rewarded by stuff that I've gotten each time. You've got a progression calendar with Raid. You've got more valuable stuff at the point of a 90-day calendar. It's kind of weird as well because a lot of stuff is similar. But yeah, it's like most times after emergency maintenance, we don't get gifted anything. Raid does. And again, I'm not saying Kabam should do this. It's just one of these small little gestures that people go, hey, do you know of a good games developer? Oh, it's this one. Also, I have been reading some Twitter Marvel Future Fight, and there's nothing really different that's going on with them. They're exactly the same. So I assume it's a Netmarble thing. And it finishes by saying, wouldn't it be a little nice to log into the game after 2 hours scheduled maintenance with a tiny pack of rewards labeled maintenance complete? It's not about the rewards, it's about the message. Yeah, it's exactly. And again, just to reiterate, I'm not saying we should all get freebies. I'm just saying it's one of these little added gestures from a big company to a little person like you that just makes you just go, do you know of a good developer? Yeah, kabam. That's what you take away from that. Timmy Max has put rank up down ticket in the black ISO market. That again would kind of like put things behind a paywall. I think it would be a good idea, or maybe keep them as like a premium thing, because I feel that Kabam's double-edged sword is that the greatest addition, but also the greatest thing that is kind of moaned about to have. Thanks, Timmy Mac. If they put too much good stuff in the sigil, people will cry about the paywall, but nothing valuable in it. No one buys it because there is no value. People will complain either way. I mean, that's a good point. We're rocking a hard place with it, but I feel that if people were going to get that value from it, get that sweet dough, that sweet resource, then they'd be like, well, let's do this for that purpose, and it may be, you know, more of a tool, more kind of a everybody would do it then. Everybody would like to do it, so it's good for the developer and the continued running of the game. But I am not an expert. Hell, that compensation is not worth what I spent. Not even close. Yeah, exactly. That's talking about the 6.2 compensation. Something that's going to be echoed in some of these comments. And yeah, I don't really agree with the extent of what people got back, because people spent a lot, and they're making sure that 6.2 champion is working correctly for the future. So you kind of go, right, so no one else has to have this problem, but I had to suffer through this problem. So I do get you, man. Hair's getting awesome, mate. Videos are all great. Thumbs up for me. Hey, cheers, Jonathan. I need a haircut before New York Comic Con. Looking forward to meeting people in New York Comic Con, by the way. Lots to do. They have only brought out the Summoner Sigil now, as when the laws change the loot boxes. Yes, that's a good point. Loot box changes have really kind of meant for what it's going to have to change from a business model. And it may, you know, for me, for the channel, it may push me towards more PS4 content, VR content, stuff that I maybe can engage with a bit more. I'm not saying that, you know, it's over for MCOC for me, but I just have to kind of go where there's something that interests me. I'm not saying that Marvel doesn't interest me. I will cover Marvel games on this channel, but I think the mobile sector with loot box systems and kind of crystals and roulette spins, it needs to be something I don't really want to echo through on this channel in the future, but we'll see. Thanks to Dan as well for that. Caleb says, I'm here early. Well, thank you. Smoother says, did you get yourself a chair? I did not get myself a chair. I think I might get myself a stool, but I'm pretty much kind of like, I don't know, I like standing. And we've got the green screen ride on Wednesday, so which I'm recording now on. And it's actually pretty decent. I'm pretty like chuffed with the quality. And it's why I'm free to play. Less scuffage, less, you know, worries. As Mr. Doom says, I'm scrapping sigil. It's shit spending money. Some, you know, at the end of the day, you may kind of value other things, and appreciate that. The compensation packages were always disappointing. It's virtual stuff. They don't lose money when dispensing anything out. It's like Ebenezer Scrooge handing out one lump of coal. Yeah, look, you know, he's got the money. He can hand out stuff. It is nothing that they can do. Oh, well, we're like the furnaces. We're a coal seller. Well, we're not going to use the coal. Well, that costs money. You used to have a boss like that. And it's only when I left that I just said, look, you've got problems, you need to spend money on it. You don't spend money, you're not going to make any money. And what happened when I left? He spent a load of money, and now the company's making kind of like, not making more money, but they kind of like they're doing well based on appearance. The appearance looks good, so that's good. In all fairness, yes, some of the sigil arguably should have been for free, but everything in the sigil is obtainable for free. That is a good point. Arena grinding. This is why I was talking about the idea of enhancing your arena grind. That I think would be good. Just take a bit longer for energy refills, daily events, summoner boost, etc., etc. Cavaliers on July 4th, etc. were much worse. That's a good point. Yeah. I don't know where the value is in the game anymore, and that's the thing. Maybe it will improve. Gina puts another comment saying, my biggest issue with the monthly subscription from Kabam is I think a lot of players feel this way as well, is that it came so shady, because Most of everything included with $10 introductory price, the Summoner Sigil, were things the community has been asking for probably 1.5 to 2 years ago. It is when you think about it and the amount of time the game's been running, the extent of the stuff that's been asked for is only now coming to fruition. And again, maybe it comes down to like, okay, what people want, the loot box system's going to change, we need to change our business model. And as somebody said, commented above, so that again looks like it is a thing. Lots of info there from Gina. I will go through, but it is a case of like, yeah, it's all. I totally agree with that kind of thought process. Thank you. And let's end with Big Pimpin, who says, that's a great name by the way. This game used to be free to play. Now the company's too greedy. This new idea of monthly subscriptions with the sigil supposedly is to help the player, but it's more to get their pockets bigger. The 9.99 sigil subscription is in my opinion is worth half of what they're asking. And that's what I was thinking that when I said in my video that if they combine something with the $4.99 split with the unit deal and as well the sigil, I would probably say that would be of value to me personally, or I can see some value to it, and I'll be like, yeah, okay, do you know what, you can have my tenner a month and this would be pretty solid, but you know, I'm not willing to spend $15.99. I know it could be like, oh well, yeah, it's like, you know, another it's not that much. It's like, well, it kind of adds up, and you kind of think about again the value of it, what you get back, and for a year, like where you could spend that money on other things, and maybe even other content. But either way, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Thank you very much to everybody that commented. Now we're going to move on to the meme review. Oh look, it's a Summoner Sigil. Well, let's see who it really is. Oh, a desperate attempt by Kabam to drain our wallets to pay their hundreds of employees. When Season 11 of Alliance Wars starts, and we're all excited to try out the new defense tactics. Yep, that's me. After fighting multiple Korgs, Dominoes, Iron Man Infinity Wars, Sinisters, and finally getting wrecked by the Thing boss. I'll help you, take my hand! Psych, you bitch! Spinning an 11k feature crystal that slows down on Namor but shifts over. Do that. Don't give me hope. Hi, Phil Swift here for Kabam! The game full of bugs. Boom! Work as intended. Flex Seal! And that's a lot of damage! When you take your Hulkbuster to 565. Improvise, adapt, overcome. And if that doesn't work, drink your own piss. How many alliances will get screwed before Kabam permabans for modding an alliance war? 10 alliances, 50 alliances, no more alliances spending in alliance wars. There we have it. That has been your Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend Edition, and it was a great one. The memes were amazing. I'll give them a 5 out of 5. I mean, we could give it like 10 out of 10. Whatever. The fact is, they're really on point and really funny. Really enjoyed them as well. Hope you did too. If you did enjoy this edition of MCC News Weekend, hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure to get involved with the discussion and put it in the comment section down below. We'll read it next week, and see you all soon. Bye-bye for now.